with Sam Shad.
Have a great Power Pundit panel as always. Bill Brainerd is here, community activist, Howard Rosenberg, Nevada System of Higher Education Regent, and Pat Coward with Carrera Nevada. Welcome all. Let's continue this discussion on the marijuana issue. What were your thoughts of the debate there, Bill?
Well, of course, I happen to agree with Dick Gamick. As far as I'm concerned, you know, it's a start. I know the gateway thing is controversial, but what's next? LSD, coke. You know, I can't think. You know, the number of drugs that you could all of a sudden. Well, they're making illegal profits on that too. So let's legalize those. Frankly, well, something was said that everybody has used marijuana. This is one person who has never used marijuana. So I think that's, you know, of course I didn't quite.
The thing that I find ironic, Bill and Howard and Pat, and this whole argument is in November, voters are going to go pick whether they want to limit smoking in the state of Nevada, whether that be in casino hotel rooms, whether that be in bars and taverns in the state. And so I find it a little ironic that voters likely, I have not seen any smoking measure in this country not pass. So they're going to vote to regulate smoking, but vote to let people smoke marijuana. That doesn't.
You talk about
it seems like
smoke and everything else.
It seems like a big irony to me.
And there is a study indicating that the carcinogens in marijuana are far more severe than they are in regular
but you smoke a
cigarettes.
lot less marijuana than you do. You're not smoking 40
I wouldn't
marijuana
know,
cigarettes
Sam.
a day.
You know, I think the bigger point, maybe this is very corny, but I mean, I've grown up in the state of Nevada, and I don't want to live in the state that is one of the first to legalize marijuana. I'm sorry.
So we have gaming,
you do,
drinking,
and we don't need.
prostitution,
but I still
and the fastest growing state in the nation. Howard, I got to get you in here because you're telling all these jokes inside, but you're not letting them out. Come on.
Yeah.
The whole argument is insane to me. It really is. All right, Jim, let's say that we limit smoking.
Okay.
All right, that means they can't smoke marijuana either. Okay? What's bothering me more than anything else is we're regulating cigarettes. Wait a minute. We're regulating cigarettes. My students are up smoking cigarettes more than I have ever seen in my life. In public schools, the whole instance of smoking is up. We're not succeeding. It's not working, and we keep doing the same thing, and we keep getting the same non-success. It would seem to me, because I'm not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, as we all know. Shut up, nobody asked you. All I'm saying is, if it's not working, let's try something else. Your argument about not wanting to live in a state that's the first to, to legalize marijuana. I understand that.
That's what they made California for, though, Bill.
You've never smoked marijuana. I've never smoked marijuana myself. I have inhaled it because I've been in a room full of it. But it's not anything that I'm particularly interested in. By the same token, there are an awful lot of people out there who are spending a great deal of money to get it. I think it might be wiser for us to investigate regulation rather than something that isn't working. And it's still a choice.
Well, here's what I object to. Here's what I object to. I object to voters in this country, as the gentleman that was here pointed out, have passed legalizing marijuana in different places. Denver, and he's absolutely right about that.
Yeah,
in different forms. And what happens is the voters say, yes, that's what we want to do, and then the federal government comes in and says, tough luck, you don't get to do it. And that is something I think is disingenuous on the federal government's part. It is, and I don't care whether it's the 65-mile-an-hour speed limit, or no, you're going to put it back to 55, or if it's this. If people want to pass this, they have a right to pass it.
I agree.
I believe it's a states' rights issue, not a federal government issue.
I agree.
And we have more important issues to deal with.
But I'd like to bring actually, I think this one is an important issue, which is, as far as the medical marijuana goes, if somebody is dying,
yes,
they should be allowed to do anything they darn well please.
Totally agree.
How could you not take any measure possible?
We're not, but as Dick said, we're not talking.
No, but I'm raising that issue as...
It doesn't bother me. I take medication.
But wait a second, wait. Medical marijuana doesn't exist. It is marijuana used medicinally, okay? The same way that bourbon can be used medicinally. For snake bite, it happens. It's never happened to me, but I'm sure it has happened to someone. You look perplexed.
Well,
you don't quite understand the difference.
To me, that's like, if you'll excuse the expression, that's blonde math, Howard. Okay, I mean, come on now, give me a break. Give me a break. We passed medical marijuana in this state.
Right.
All right. and the federal government says it ain't happening for you, right?
Right.
And if this passed, the federal government would say it ain't happening for you.
I think the federal government will not have any choice. Because then all of the states will say, enough, this is what we want. It's called democracy. Messy at times, but it does work.
Howard, you said a lot of your, you keep running into people who are smoking cigarettes. There's been a great campaign. There's even a listing on a package of cigarettes.
Right.
This is dangerous to your health. You're going to die.
And the cigarette companies are even funding it.
No, let's talk about the fact that education isn't working with smoking. Why do you think it would work with marijuana?
I'm not saying that it will. I'm not saying that it will, but I am saying that what is doing it.
But you know, I have to say this. I have been in countries. I
don't either.
Whose show is it?
I don't know, but I like it.
Okay. The bottom line is that we could be getting a lot of tax money out of this and putting a lot of criminal organizations out of business if we were to legalize marijuana in this country. We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers after this.
That's not fair.
Watch Nevada Newsmakers 24 hours a day at NevadaNewsmakers.com. Coming up next week, we'll have debates in Congressional District 2 and also the Lieutenant Governor's race right here on Nevada Newsmakers. Thanks for watching.